I'd like to welcome you this evening to FX Ultimate. The most anticipated Forex strategy is now here and it's on the market. Before I continue with the presentation, if I could just take this moment to ask you to read through this disclosure. By continuing with the presentation, you're agreeing to the terms and conditions within. Please note that Serene Education is not FSA regulated, and should you decide to take a trade, that you do so after thorough analysis. For the new faces that we have on the webinar tonight, who are we? My name is Nikki de Shalane, my husband Chris. We are both from South Africa. Chris came out in 1999 and I came across in 2001. We know what it's like to work hard. Chris was a courier. He used to cycle around London delivering credit cards and passports, no matter if it was snowing, sleeting, or the sun was shining, and it was long hours. I was in the hotel industry, so for those of you out there, you know that these are long hours as well. I got made redundant 3 times in just as many months, and I really thought that I was never going to be given a chance out here in the UK. But it was just sheer determination that made us continue. I then moved into a company that taught people how to trade the stock market, and that's where my journey began. And I knew that I had to make a change in my life then in order to make a difference in my future. And it was because of those decisions that I made then is the reason why I am where I am right now. And I want you to bear that in mind as we go through the presentation. There's going to be a lot of changes ahead for Serene Education. We've been running Serene Education as a company for just over 5 years now. And we decided this year to come back and really take note of what our clients wanted, what they needed. So the first thing that we are doing is we are launching a brand new website. In about 2 weeks' time, there's going to be unbelievable. It's going to have so many things in there that are going to help traders on a daily basis. So keep an eye out for that, but we will do a proper big launch of that to celebrate. The next thing is new training programs. We understand with the dip in economy, people don't have the money available in order to go out and learn a new skill like trading Forex. So we have come up with different means and ways in order to save people money long term, as well as bring down the cost of our training in order for you to actually be able to get a start and continue in the financial world of Forex. And we are going to be showing you new investment opportunities, both passive and active, that can potentially make you a lot of money, both short-term and long-term. This is all going to be brought together through our new website in a couple of weeks' time. But the main thing is, and it's the most exciting part, is the creation of the FX Ultimate strategies, and the course is designed to teach people how to implement them and use them to maximum potential. The first one is FXUltimate4. Now, this strategy has been designed for novice traders to start building confidence. We all know that when we start off trading, we're very nervous because it's like going into the unknown world and you're not too sure what you should be doing, and you really need that confidence. And this is what FXUltimate4 does. It's not a overcomplicated strategy, and it is extremely powerful, and it will allow novice traders to start making accurate decisions right from the outset, and that is so important. Then there's FXUltimate8. Now this is designed for intermediate to advanced traders who want a combination of multiple strategies for high probability trading. There's a lot more complicated ingredients into the strategy, but it can give you higher probability trading. So why do our traders rate this strategy? Well, it's very visual. It's very easy on the eye. So you don't have to be this mathematical whiz kid, which people presume that you should be if you're a Forex trader. This strategy is very visual on the eye, so you can see things very clearly just by looking at the screen. Analysis can be done from one screen, which just makes it so much easier. You don't have to click between different time frames and different strategies. Everything is shown to you on one screen. There's an alert system that allows you to walk away from your computer. So many people think that if they're going to be a Forex trader, they have to sit in front of their computers all day. So if they've got a full-time job, they can't trade the Forex market. That's rubbish. The Forex market is a 24-hour market, so there's always an opportunity to find something to trade. But with this an alert system that we combined into FX Ultimate, you can actually walk away from your computer and it will alert you to your email as well as to your screen when the opportunity arises. The system does 90% of the work for you. Now, how much better does that make you feel, even if you are an advanced trader? But especially for the novice traders, the strategy is doing most of the work for you. You still have to apply your support and resistance lines, and you've got to look at your risk compared to your reward and those type of things. But the rest of it is done by the system. Now, this is not an automated trading system or a robot that's going to place trades for you. You still need to place them, but the strategy is there to help and guide you and give you that confidence to take the trades. It builds your confidence. If everything is lining up and your alerts are going off and you are in our support lounge and everybody's looking at these pairs and they're talking about where they're going to trade them, it's going to give you a lot more confidence, and that's what you need as a trader. I never had confidence when I started out. I started out trading the shares market. I didn't have the confidence. The markets weren't moving and I almost gave up because I didn't get a strategy from anybody that gave me confidence to take the trade and made me feel like I knew what I was doing. And there's no monthly fees. Some softwares will charge you in excess of $2,400 a year just to use their software. We have designed this. As I said, we're looking for ways to reduce costs for our Forex traders. So we have programmed this into a free platform so you don't have these costs. So rather than go slide by slide talking about the strategy and what it entails, I'm going to go direct to the market and we'll have a look at these both FXUltimate4 and FXUltimate8 live. Here I have opened up FXCM MetaTrader 4. It's one of our preferred brokers is FXCM, but most brokers out there will offer the MetaTrader 4 platform. And this is just a standard chart of the euro US dollar on a daily time frame. Now you might be thinking, well, that's just a plain old chart. Once you have got the strategy, all you need to do is right click on the chart, go to template, and we'll start off with applying FXUltimate4. Here you're going to see the full program of FXUltimate. It's made up of a combination of different strategies and indicators to help you give you that confidence. Now the first thing we're going to have a look at is the FX Traders University part of the strategy. What we are looking for is the color of the arrows, the color of the bars, and our RMO indicator. So can you see on our screen, we have got red arrows and we've got blue arrows. We've got bars that are either in blue or in red. Now if we're looking for a buy position, we want to see a blue arrow and a blue bar. If we're looking for a sell position, we want to have a red arrow and a red bar. Now this doesn't have to happen at the same time. If we have a look back in this level over here, we've got a blue arrow on a blue bar. Here we've got a red arrow on a blue bar. So we wouldn't be in a sell position until our bars turn red. That's when the strategy is giving us the confidence that we are in a sell position. And can you see how price moved down from there? The next thing we want to have a look at with regards to the strategy is our RMO indicator, which is the first indicator box underneath the chart. Now RMO is going to determine primary trend. If the histogram bars are above 0, the primary trend is up. If they are below 0, the primary trend is down. Now if you start to put the arrows and bars and RMO together, if we're looking for a buy position, we want a blue arrow, we want a blue bar, and we want the RMO to be above 0. In the indication here, we've got a blue arrow, a blue bar, and our RMO is above 0, giving us a buy signal into the trade. Here we had a red arrow, our bars turned to red here, and our RMO went below 0. So that gave us a selling opportunity to enter into a trade. So that's a basic part behind it. We've then got 3 moving averages. We've got our yellow moving average, which is our 20-day. We've got our purple moving average, which is our 50-day. And then we've got our 200-day moving average, which is the green line. Now, the 200-day moving average is the most important moving average on the screen. It's our institutional moving average, and it's telling us what the big boys out there are doing. If price is trading above that 200-day moving average, the big boys are more than likely in buy positions, and if it is below the 200-day moving average, they are in sell positions. So that is that part of the strategy. We've then got our MACD indicator below. Now, we have been able to program this to help traders not only with the direction of the trend, but also the momentum behind the move. You don't want to get into a long position, a buy position, as if the price is going to go up when there's no momentum behind it, because it might flatline and turn around and come back down again. So can you see there's different colors on that green and red? To start off, if we have a look here, we've got our green histogram bars. If our histogram is above 0, we should be looking for buy positions. If it is below 0, we should be looking for sell positions. But we want to know when there's momentum behind that movement. So when the green histogram bars are above 0 and they're bright green, it's showing that there is that momentum behind the move, which is going to back up the direction that price is going to be moving in. As soon as they start to turn dark green, the momentum behind that upward move is slowing down. So you know, you don't want to buy into something when the momentum is slowing down. So it helps you stop getting into silly trades, and it helps you get into higher probability trades where you can make more money. On the downside, if the histogram bars are below 0, we should be looking for selling opportunities. But we want to be looking for selling opportunities when the histogram bars are bright red. As soon as they start to turn a darker color, the momentum it's still in a downward trend, but the momentum is slowing down. And again, stopping you entering into trades with lack of momentum. Then we come to our box here on the right-hand side. We've got 4 different indicators here. We've got MACD, RMO, RSI, and MA. But can you see that it is giving us different indications right from a 5-minute chart up to a monthly chart? So remember what I said to you, this strategy, you don't have to skip between different time frames to have a look and see what the strategy is telling you. It is all programmed here already for you in this box. Now, our first line that we've got is MACD. It's telling you on a 5, 15, 30, hourly, 4-hour, daily, weekly, and monthly, whether that MACD is trading above 0 or below 0. So our first one over here, the 5 minutes, we can see that MACD is trading above 0. Going on to the 15, 30, and 1 hour, it's trading below. 4 hour, it's trading above. Daily, weekly is trading below, and monthly it is trading above. So it's giving us a clear indication of what is happening with MACD over all of these different time frames. The next thing is RMO. Now this is our indicator box at the bottom here. Just looking at the indicator box is just telling you and showing you what is happening on that particular time frame that you're looking at. But the strategy over here is telling you whether RMO is above or below 0 on all of these different time frames. Then we've got RSI, Relative Strength Index. So it says in its own words, it's telling you the strength behind the trend as well as the direction. If RSI is trading above a 50 level, the trend is up, and if it's trading below, the trend is down. So it's telling us across all these time frames on the Euro US dollar that RSI is trading below 50 because all of our arrows are down, and we should be looking for sell positions. And then we've got our MA, which is our moving average. Now remember what I said to you, the most important moving average is the 200-day. So therefore this strategy has been coded to show you whether price is trading above the 200-day moving average or below the 200-day moving average over the period of these 7 different time frames. So here again, we can see price is trading below all of the 200-day moving averages except for the monthly. What is this whole picture telling us? Can you see more red arrows or can you see more blue arrows? Okay, the obvious answer here is red. So we should be looking for potential areas where we can sell the Euro US dollar. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail of that because Chris is going to very kindly do live trading analysis with you at the end of this presentation, and he's going to go step by step through this. I'm then going to skip across to the US dollar Japanese yen. Again, we've got a plain chart. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the FXUltimate8. I'm going to right click on the chart, go to template, and install FXUltimate8. Now this is absolutely amazing. Here, remember, it's designed for intermediate to advanced traders, and the reason behind it is, can you see how many more strategies and indicators have been included into this particular trading method? We can see on our top line, we've got RMO. So it's telling us across all of our 7 time frames whether RMO is above 0 or below 0. It's above on all of them, isn't it? Then we've got ADX, Average Directional Strength Index. So again, it's going to be telling us the strength behind the movement. As traders, we don't want to trade ranging markets. We want to trade something that is moving. Therefore, ADX is going to tell us the direction and it's going to tell us the strength of it. Then we've got RSI, which we've already discussed, whether it's trading above 50 or below 50 to determine whether it's an upward trend or a downward trend. We've then got linear regression. Linear regression is also a directional movement indicator. So it's going to be telling us the direction of that trend. MACD, whether our MACD histogram is above 0 or below 0. SAR, this is parabolic SAR. Now, when price is trading above the parabolic SAR, we should only be looking for buy positions. When it's trading below, we should only be looking for sell positions. And this has been programmed in here as well. Now, parabolic SAR is a little bit more aggressive an indicator, and it follows price really closely. So when things start to change on that, you can see that there might be a slowdown or a pullback, and that's why it's giving you that different change in arrow. Then we've got R squared. R squared, now this is really important to take note of. R squared is giving us the strength of the trend, and it works very much alongside the linear regression. Remember, linear regression is directional, and R squared is strength. We always want our R squared arrow to be up and to be blue. Even if we are in a sell position, we still want that strength to be strong. So if we are looking to buy something, we want everything to be blue. And if we are looking to sell something on that particular time frame, we want everything to be red except R squared. We always want that to be blue. And then the last one, our moving average. Where's price in relation to the 200-day moving average? Having a look at all of these different indicators all programmed together, would you look to be selling US dollar Japanese yen right now? Absolutely not. Most of these signals are in a blue buy position. So us as traders should be looking for places to buy into this particular currency pair. Now, you can set your time frame to whichever you like. You know, if you are an aggressive trader like myself and you trade the shorter time frames, you might stick it on a 15-minute chart. And if you are more of a long-term trader, you might be sticking it on the hourly, 4-hour, or daily. All you need to do is go to the top box here, and you'll see that there are all different time frames programmed along here. The same as what you've got in your boxes there, except in our strategy, we don't have the 1-minute chart because I refuse to let my traders trade off a 1-minute chart. So say, for instance, you wanted to trade a 15-minute chart. Simply click on the 15-minute chart, and you can see right now the strategy. Everything is blue in terms of the candles. It's above all of our moving averages. Our RMO is above, but look at our MACD. It is below, and we've seen a red arrow. So right now, an intraday trader should not be looking for any buy positions because we're starting to see that hesitation. If you were an hourly trader, simply click on hourly. If we have a look at our hourly bar here on our strategy, can you see that all of the arrows here are blue? And because they're all blue, we have had an alert to our screen to say that there's a buy signal on the US dollar Japanese yen 1-hour chart. So again, you don't have to be sitting there watching. As long as you've got your sound on your computer, you're going to get that alert. But what we've also been able to do as an added extra to FXUltimate is formulated. So it will actually send you an email as well. So if you're not in front of your computer and you're away, and you can get an email sent directly to your phone or to your inbox to tell you that your currency pair that you're watching is now in a buy position. So again, it's taking you away from having to stare at your screen the whole time. Is that good or is that great? I'm not going to go into too much more detail about this because, as I said, Chris is going to be doing live analysis with you very shortly. This is one of our students. This is Les. He said, having been involved in Forex trading for about a year and studied different technical trading approaches, I'm finding FX8 to be a major breakthrough in terms of helping with analysis, allowing quicker trades and improvements in my trading success. FX8 takes many of the complexities out of technical trading away. It does it for you. Another member, Dave Clayton, says, I've been using the software since the day after the launch, and wow, it works brilliantly. It's paid for itself over and over since. The alert system is brilliant. It allows me freedom from the screen. I can do so much more from one screen without flicking about to lots of others. The time saved is tremendous and it's very visual. It's very hard to think of anything to improve the system. It does exactly what it says on the tin. In brief, it's brilliant. Also with the idea of free uploads for life on any improvements made. It's a no-brainer for me. Well done. So what will it take for you to get your hands on this strategy? Well, FXUltimate4, you will get instructions on how to upload your free MetaTrader 4 platform. You'll get a personal download link to MetaTrader 4 through FXCM should you choose to use them as your broker. We've been able to get quite tight spreads for Serene Education students, which is great. So it saves you money again in the long run. You'll get your 4 strategies programmed into one screen and across multiple time frames, right from a 5-minute through to a monthly. So you can pick your time frame and you're all ready and set to trade. The purchase price of FXUltimate8 is £299. An absolute giveaway for this. Then there's the alert systems. Remember what I said about the alert signaling you to your screen on your chosen time frame that you'd like to trade, but also to your email address. And we've also got a system that would allow you to implement it into the screen to show you and alert you when the candle closes above or below a resistance or support line. So again, you don't have to sit there watching your screen. The total cost of FXUltimate4 is therefore £398. Our webinar discount, which is available to you for the next 24 hours, is £299, therefore saving you £99 just for attending tonight. The FXUltimate8, again, you will get your FXUltimate8 strategy instructions on how to upload to your system with your free MetaTrader 4 platform. You'll get your download link to MetaTrader 4 through FXCM. You'll get your 8 strategies programmed into one. You'll have multiple time frame trading from 5 minutes to monthly. So again, it doesn't matter if you're in a full-time job or you're working part-time, night shifts. It's a 24-hour market. So all you need to do is define the time frame that you want to trade, stick to it, and you're all ready to go. The purchase price of this is £499. Again, you've got your alert system that will alert you to your screen as well as to your email and give you a candle close alert when price is broken through relevant areas of support and resistance. The total cost of this is £598 and our webinar discount is £499, giving you again a savings of £99. This is a screenshot of the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Can you see how everything right from a 5-minute right up to a daily, every single strategy, all 8 of them told you to buy across all time frames? Do you think that was a good trade to place? Absolutely. Then there is the US dollar, Canadian dollar. Something that we'll teach you in one of our training courses is a commodities correlation strategy. And this happened at the same time. Now we can see from 5 minutes through to daily, we are all in a sell position. Remember, we always want our R squared to be blue, even in a sell position. Now, do you think this was a good trade to take as well? Absolutely. Let's have a look at this again one more time quickly. First of all, we're looking for our red arrow, which we can see in this box over here. We then want to wait for our bars to turn red. We want our RMO to be below 0, and we want our MACD to be below 0 as well, and bright red, which it is. But the reason why we would not take this trade as a trader is that price is moving sideways, but the most important thing, it is sitting above the 200-day moving average. Therefore, on this particular time frame, that strategy would not have run true, because remember the last line, it's telling you whether price is trading above the moving average or not. So we would be waiting for price to have broken through the 200-day moving average and close below, because then the strategy would have alerted us. And that's what happens here. Can we see price has smashed through it and it's closed below? That would have been our entry into the trade. Down price went, and you end up 76 pips in profit and still showing strong momentum to the downside. Can you see that our MACD is still bright red? The histogram bars are below and they're bright red, showing that there is still momentum in that movement. So, first of all, there are no software fees. Remember I said to you that they can total up to $2,400 a year when you're using paid for charting software. We are trying to save you money, so we have used the MetaTrader 4 platform, which is free. There are no monthly access fees for continued use of the strategy. Once you've purchased it, it's yours, and you can have that for life. There is absolutely no further costs involved. You're able to trade any time frame depending on your daily circumstances, which is great. Okay, so don't ever feel that because you've got a full-time job or you're doing something that's keeping you busy that you'll never be able to do this. Chris and I were working 12 to 14 hours a day, and we still made time to learn how to trade, and that's why we are where we are now. And all new and updated versions of the strategy will be given to you free of charge, therefore keeping more money in your pocket. But that's not all. With these strategies, you also get access into the VIP Traders Lounge for a period of 3 months. This is where you can come in and speak with people who have got the same strategy as you, doing the same thing. And there's nothing better than staying around like-minded people who are doing the same things as you. Then there is hands-on trading and training with FX Ultimate. And I highly recommend this. There's nothing better than having the greatest tool and being shown how to use it to get maximum benefit from this. So, Serene Education has now launched 2 new training programs, FX Honors and FX Bachelors. They're both one-day live courses based on the skill set of the individual trader. So you don't need to be concerned that you're a novice trader and going to be combined with somebody who's been trading for the last 5 years. Now, FX Honors has been designed for the novice trader. It's a full-day course in a hotel in London or Heathrow on an all-inclusive basis. You're going to go right from the basics of understanding the Forex basics, how to read charts, looking at fundamental analysis and where to find this important news that is going to affect your trading, determining support and resistance levels. It is so important to understand these, because otherwise you're going to get your entries, your stop losses, and your targets incorrect. We're going to look at technical analysis, candlestick chart patterns, trade, money, and risk management. You need to know how to minimize risk and maximize profits. We're going to help you create your personal trading plan. A failure to plan is a plan to fail. I always try and drum that into people. If you don't have a trading plan, you will not become successful. So we're going to show you how to formulate your own personal trading plan. We're going to have a look at a currency correlation strategy that's going to allow you the opportunity to make potentially triple the amount of money in the same period of time. We're going to look at trading different multiple time frames, and you of course are going to get FXUltimate4 with this. The cost of this training is £1,297, but our webinar special offer is £1,197 for the next 24 hours. Then there's FX Bachelors. Now this again is designed for the intermediate to advanced trader. It'll be a one-day live event in London or Heathrow. But at this stage, we expect you to know the Forex basics. We're not going to be covering Forex basics. This is all about strategy, strategy, strategy. We are going to make sure that you are understanding support and resistance correctly, because this is so important to your trading. But you're also going to go through understanding how these 8 strategies and indicators work and how they're used in a combination to create the strategy. We're going to look at trade management, currency correlation strategy. We're going to do a commodities correlation strategy that will also allow you the potential to make triple the amount of money in the same period of time. We're going to look at overnight trading, making money whilst you're sleeping. Couldn't be anything better than that, could they? Looking at multiple time frames and the FXUltimate8. Now, the FX Bachelor's is going to be held on a live market day. Therefore, we are going to be using this particular strategy live on the markets on that day. So we can see how these arrows, the strategies are going to be changing over the course of the day and how you need to act and react to that. The cost of this training, again, is £1,297, and our webinar special offer is £1,197 for the next 24 hours. With these two training courses, you'll get 6 months access to the VIP Traders Lounge, where you're going to be speaking again with people who are doing the same thing as you, and that's what gives you the encouragement and the confidence to continue and learn how to be a successful Forex trader. There's no better support than this. Chris and I are in the trading room on and off throughout the day, answering questions, giving advice on what we are looking at. Remember, we're not FSA regulated. We can't give a tip service, but we do tell you what we are looking at, how we're analyzing the markets, and why we're doing it in that way. One of our students that bought the FXUltimate8 said, I just wanted to say I've made what I paid for FXUltimate8 back in 2 days. And I know how you felt when you said that you could not sleep. I got up at 2 a.m. this morning and made my target. I'm so excited. Thanks again for the support. Another one is Sean. He says, FXUltimate is the only all-in-one template that uses proper analysis and institution indicators. It is visually effective, makes trading mechanical and not emotional. It's kept me out of many losing trades that I would have normally entered. I look at the charts and quite easily see immediately if the trade is ready or not. The template is flawless. We've got Stephen. I was having big losses in my trades before I got my hands on FXUltimate8. After live training on the strategy with Serene Education, I went on to become master trader of 2013 after making 195 pips profit in just 1 week working full-time. So again, don't use the fact that you might be in a full-time employment as an excuse on why you can't make money from Forex. So again, the webinar special offers for the next 24 hours are the FXUltimate4 strategy on its own, $299, FXUltimate8 on its own, $499. The FX Honors 1-day course is $1197, and FX Bachelor's course is $1197. Again, I would always recommend that you take training with this, not because it's more expensive. We still have to pay for accommodation, for hotel costs, for catering, etc. So it doesn't work out any more cost effective for us. It's just the fact that you get hands-on experience and understanding of the indicator live with Chris and myself. This is just a screenshot that I took. I entered into a couple of trades late this afternoon, and I made $608 for doing nothing. The strategy told me when to take the trade. I had a look. It was good. I took it. This was my result. We've also decided to offer a referral system with Serene Education, and we are going to be giving 50% of all the profits made from Serene Education on those particular referrals to you. All you need to do is send me an email to nikki@sereneeducation.com and tell me that you would like to become a referrer, and we will take you through the process on how to do that. It's a great way to earn an extra income in order to put into your trading account or to start building up a bank in order to attend the training for yourself. So what you need to do, well, you can send an email to info@sereneeducation right now with your full name, your contact details, and whether you would like to reserve either one of the strategies or one of the training courses. Our team will then send you a reservation form with your chosen strategy, but we will also be following up with each of you that have attended this evening tomorrow morning to help you through the process and answer any questions. Please note that any of these special offers that have been offered this evening are only valid for a period of 24 hours. Therefore, afterwards, they will revert to the standard prices. I'm going to say to you, make a change now by acting today, because if you change today, tomorrow is going to be so much better. If we did not make this choice to start trading Forex, we would not have been able to give up our full-time employment at the age of 31. We wouldn't have been given this opportunity to live a stress-free life. So if you are doing the same thing over and over again and not getting anywhere, maybe it's time to take a calculated risk and give yourself the opportunity to make a change. I'm going to hand you over to Chris now, who's going to be doing some live analysis on the 4 major currency pairs. I am going to be available to answer any questions. So please use your chat box that you have available to type in any questions that you might have. If I think that there are any relevant questions there that might be beneficial to the group, I will answer them live at the end of this webinar. Thank you very much for sticking out with me. I'm going to hand you over to Chris now. Enjoy this. It's absolutely amazing.
In front of me, as Nikki mentioned, I'm going to be doing the 4 majors this evening for you guys, just to give you a quick glimpse into how the FX8 works and why it is that we've put it together and what are the major benefits of it. So let's crack on. Let's have a look at each pair. So starting with the euro against US dollar on a daily, you can see quite clearly on my bottom right hand corner here, I have the indicator box. And straight away, what I tend to do is I look at the overall trend, especially on the 4 longer term time frames. I want to see my monthly, my weekly, and my daily in particular, preferably my 4 hour, also all working together as a team. And you can quite clearly see here that euro is pretty much mixed, very mixed signals. However, intraday, you can quite clearly see that we have a lot of negative sentiment, and the R squared, as Nikki mentioned earlier, is working with that. It's true negative sentiment, and you can see quite clearly just recently, a couple of days ago, we had a red arrow. All our moving averages above price, which is a negative signal. We're trading below the institution moving average, which is noted down here as the EMA is our true. And you can see bar the monthly, the institution moving average has been above price, which is acting as a ceiling level. And our RMO is complementing that. So straight away, I'm sure looking for negative sentiment recently. You'll notice that price has failed to break a prior resistance level high recently. And the longer we tend to see price finding resistance at a certain area, there's more likely for a change in market sentiment. And we had a nice bearish engulfing candle here at the same level. Then we had the red arrow followed by the red candles in play now. RMO is below the 0 line. Our MACD, as Nikki mentioned, is below the 0 and red. And sure enough, you can see today has been a day of negative. And as it stands at the moment now, as long as price is looking negative as we speak, then our next target is likely to be the prior swing, which is here. And just to give you an idea of how far that is away in terms of pips, for where price is trading right now, to that level, we're looking at 178 pips. So as it stands now, there's an opportunity to short the euro against US dollar to this level here, which is a good 170 odd pips away. For anybody trading the euro against US dollar, you should be looking for selling opportunities for the remainder of this week. The US dollar has been doing some fantastic returns recently in terms of production figures. Unemployment figures are down. Non-farm payroll figures the other day, if you do trade the foreign currencies, should be aware of those figures in particular, have all been really, really fantastic for the US market. And in doing so, we're seeing the US dollar rally against most of its crosses, which means that the euro is likely to take a shot in the leg for it. And sure enough, you can see exactly that. Failure at a resistance level. We are seeing true sentiment intraday telling us we should be looking for shorting opportunities. And as it stands at the moment now, our next target for this week, for the remainder of this week in particular, is a good 176 pips away. So that's euro against US dollar. Moving swiftly on to the sterling, good old cable. And here again, look at that, guys. I mean, I don't have to tell you. Are you looking for buying opportunities here? You'd be crazy to be going long on this particular pair. As I mentioned before, recently, if you spend a full week finding resistance at a certain level, eventually that sentiment's going to change. We have up until recently been moving high, swing high, depicts upside movement. However, you can quite clearly see that the institution is above price on this particular time frame and has been above price on every other time frame. And the R squared, bar the monthly and weekly, is telling us we're looking at true selling sentiment. And as it stands now, we are looking to short. We are moving into a price swing area here, but you can see that all the moving averages are above price in order, which is a very strong negative signal. RMO on our daily is below the 0 line, which is positive indication of negativity. And our MACD is grown, okay, in a lot of negativity. It's below the 0 and growing. RMO, you would like to see the histogram bars getting greater to the downside if we are below the 0, and that's exactly it. This is a true indication of what this actual template can do for you. So we know now we're selling with sentiment. In that case, we should be looking to the downside. Slight hesitation right now. We're trading into this current support and resistance level. However, if we see today's daily candle close lower in this area, we should be looking long term to the all-time low that we had here just recently. Okay, and that took place in early March of this year. And to give you an idea of where that is in terms of where price is trading right now, to that level, we're looking at a healthy 340 odd pips away. Take away the spread, you're still walking away quite comfortably with at least 380 pips here. So I know straight away that for the foreseeable future, I should be looking for nothing than shorting opportunities. Therefore, what it allows me to do is look into my intraday time frames, look for those potential targets I like to get in, maximize my return, maximize my stop placements, and then just pull the trigger, because it's clearly telling you that the sentiment near term is one of negativity. Next, we move on to the US dollar Swiss franc. Here again, you can see quite clearly recently, price resistance. A lot of time through February, early parts of March, and then we had a failure here in April. You can see that price was resisting. However, you can see the long-term institutional moving average and the RMO very much, bar the monthly, very much positive. So even though we are consolidating here, the sentiment was one still of looking for upside. So you shouldn't be looking for any shorting opportunities. Near term, yes, but long term, still looking for the upside to be buyer. So what you were doing is waiting for a clear confirmation break, and you can quite clearly see there were a lot of opportunities here to buy right down here once we got above the institutional moving average, because you can see the RMO was quite clearly above the zero line. There were 1 or 2 days where we saw the RMO dropping below this area here, but overall the sentiment was still looking for up. So you should be looking for buying opportunities. And sure enough, we could see there was a break a couple days ago. This week, yesterday in particular, we had a nice support candle at the break. So now finding support above a prior resistance level. And still look here, the candles are still blue. So and the MACD and the RMO are still looking fantastic. There are 1 or 2 areas here where we're not getting a confluence like the MACD, etc. like that. But the R squared is very, very important. And you can see that the RMO and the moving average are very much working together here. So I know it's a true, strong trend. So I should be looking for nothing for buying opportunities. As it stands now, we've broken a prior high here. So if I go to my weekly now, you can see that price is attempting an institutional moving average on this time frame. And the last time we actually traded above the institution is, if I can just zoom out just to give you an idea, the last time we were anywhere near this was in 2010, guys. So you can see that the US dollar, as I mentioned earlier, is gaining a lot of true sentiment, and that's because we're seeing a lot of growth in the US market at the moment now, and very little unemployment. The unemployment figures are coming up. There's a lot more employment, and that's going to obviously see price moving to the upside. And now we can capitalize that. So on a weekly now, you can see prices moving above that institution. So I know that for the foreseeable future, as long as the sentiment still dictates, and by the end of the close on Friday evening, if price is still trading above this prior support and resistance level, then I should be looking for nothing more than buying opportunities. And my indicator is telling me that we still have the sentiment moving to the upside. And we get above this area here, the next target's going to be our weekly high here, which is, as where price is trading right now to that level, is a good 280 odd pips away. So there's enough in this to see a great return for the foreseeable future, at least until into next week. The beauty of this template really showing through here on this particular setup. Last but not least, I'm going to show you the US dollar Japanese yen. Here again, US dollar doing fantastically well, has been doing fantastically well since September of last year. And you can see here on the daily chart the major trend here, very strong trend. And you can see the candles. We have 1 or 2 red arrows here, but you'll notice the candles, guys, not one of them is red, because these sell arrows over here are selling against the overall trend. You can see the RMO over here still above the zero line, MACD more green than red, predominantly more green than red. And these red arrows over here would be trading or selling against market sentiment. So these were just pure profit-taking opportunities in this very strong uptrend. And you can see here yet again a very strong indication that long-term sentiment and near-term sentiment is looking for one of positiveness. It's beautiful. It's very visual. So you can see straight away, great, my monthly, weekly, and daily long-term sentiment is positive, and my intraday sentiment is positive. That means I must be looking for buying opportunities intraday because the overall trend is looking positive, which I'm buying with market sentiment, because remember, the institutions out there are the ones that are really moving the money out there in the global market. And if we can buy with those guys or sell with those guys with the sentiment, there's more likely for us to make a valid return in terms of our trades, and we're getting a return on time invested really, really quickly. We don't want to be trading any consolidative ranges. We want to be trading sentiment, true sentiment, whether we're buying or selling. And that's exactly what the US dollar yen is showing me right now. It's telling me straight away, Chris, upside is favorable for the near-term future. And for the foreseeable future. And we could see quite clearly we broke through a major support and resistance level just recently. We then moved on and we consolidated yet again. All we had to do was wait for the blue arrow, counter the break higher, get that confirmation that sentiment in today was generally behind that move, and then enter, stop, and look for potential to profit to the upside. There we go. On my weekly, straight away I get a buying sentiment, and you can quite clearly see that prices now, I could look to price support and resistance levels. You can quite clearly see we broke through a prior resistance level just recently. But the next big one, guys, is this major consolidation area right up here. And where price is trading right now, in conjunction to where that is, it's a good 680 pips away, guys. Okay, so straight away you can see that for the foreseeable future, there's a profit region around about 680 pips to be made. All you need to do now is pick up the time frame that best suits your trading style. Look for an entry. Make sure that the indicators are working together as a team here, and then place the trade. Very mechanical. Remember Nikki mentioned, and Sean in particular, Sean came to us. He was a very emotional trader, based a lot of his trades on emotions. Waiting for 5 minutes, he was saying, well, there's a potential setup, but I'll wait a couple more minutes for it to happen. You can't afford to do that, because if price moves quite aggressively, you could ill afford to move a potential 20 pip move in a very short space of time. Having something that's very mechanical allows you to take away that emotion, which actually becomes a deterrent. And I talk from experience. It actually stopped me on a lot of times from actually making trades, which would have, if I had gone ahead with my tuition, would have made valid return. So having something that's very mechanical takes away the emotion from trading, which is a big, big no-no in trading, and has allowed me, as well as Nikki and a lot of our students, to actually progress in their trading without having that that annoying reality that our psychological side of it really plays a major factor in trading. So having something that's very mechanical allows you to trade with genuine probability in your favor. We don't have no crystal balls. We don't have anything. What we do as a trader, like any individual out there, we have instruments, we have tools, and those tools we just use on certain time frames, on particular pairs, to give us a better return on time invested. And that's what we're doing. So if we have the indicators over there telling us that sentiment's likely to be bullish or bearish, then we just have to act on that, i.e. Look to see where price is likely to go to, how much we're likely to risk in order to get that return, and then just place the trade. It's that simple. I know, and it is. That's the beauty of the indicator. That's what our students have learned a lot from, benefiting from this stage, and this is something we want to teach you guys. So that's the 4 majors, very, very quickly in a nutshell, and I hope you see the benefit of it, and I hope to hear from a lot of you guys in the future.
Thank you guys very much for joining us this evening. Please remember to send your emails to info@sereneeducation.com, whether you would like to join us on one of the training courses, whether you'd like to purchase a strategy, or if you'd like to even just become a referrer. So thank you very much again for joining us this evening. Have a great evening and good night.